I'm standing outside the workshop. My thinking is that this is where our driveway is going to come in. We'll have gravel drive coming out from the gravel road, coming here in front of the workshop, and then it will continue down, and that's where our main house will be built, is down the way. So now we're going to walk over to the cottage where we'll be living in a couple years. But first, we're going to survey the work that Joey, the operator for Garrett Contracting, did with the trees that were actually harvested from where the workshop was standing and 30 feet within 30 feet of the workshop building. These trees were there. So he's got this log pile for us. We can come in here and cut these into smaller logs and then move them with a machine to different places that can be used to border the gravel driveway to keep the gravel from washing out. If you can see, can't see it very well from here, the other side of the workshop, they had to build up the land quite a bit to make it level for the workshop. So we've got quite a bit of an elevation change right over there. So we could soften that by putting logs there. We've also got a situation here happening with land. You can see how the mud is darker there next to the workshop. That's because the water is coming off of this high area, washing down there. So that's another place that we could put logs and build that up and channel the water away from the workshop. I'd like for the water to come over here on this side, and we actually have an area that funnels down right here that we're going to have go into the pond. So this pile is our chipper pile that Joey created with his track hoe that he was using. And so we can pull off from here, and we're going to rent a big chipper, and we're going to chip up as much of this as possible. It's a very big pile. And so this was the original pile, and a lot of what I'm looking at could be chipped. There are some root balls and things, so that will need to be moved with the machine someplace else. We've got a few places that we could do it though. I'm seeing a lot of stuff that could be chipped here. Okay, check this baby out. This is a pine tree. This thing is long. And look how straight that is. That's an awesome post. We can use some of these for posts for fencing. I've got some ideas on how to do some privacy fence, old school privacy fence, and the material will be from the land. We just need some wire. So now we are to the big gorge. This used to be the big gorge. Joey took the trees from where the cottage was to be located, from all around there, and he packed them in. It was amazing to watch him. He took the track hoe and he actually came in here with the track hoe into the edge of the gorge and used the weight of the track hoe to pack this down. So it used to be 12 foot deep, and now it's, it's like a swale. So it'll be interesting to see how the rain reacts to this. I think that it will definitely slow it down. If you look around, so all this land is higher. Everything here is higher. So this all drains down here to this spot. And that's probably why it was such a deep gorge. I don't know. It seemed deeper than it should have been, considering the land. It's not that much land. But anyway, it's not deep anymore. I mean, it's deep when you get beyond where he was working. But it wasn't that deep over there to begin with. So looks to me like this may be where Lucas was working over the weekend, because look how nicely cut these logs are. That is a chainsaw right there. That's chainsaw cut. So this weekend, Bill and I are going to come out here and cut tree branches, the tops and the branches off of whatever logs we can get to. So it looks like we need to be making a cut pile to be doing chipping from these trees that were recently cut. And then Lucas can rent a machine and move those logs someplace we can use them. All right, we're walking up to the cottage now. So, if you can see the stakes with the pink flags, that is for our field lines. And over here, the septic tank was supposed to be about here. I think the septic tank markers got moved in the progress. But this corner post right here is the boundary for the cottage, and we will be bringing out the fence. The fence will come about with this clump of trees right here. And then I'd like to do a privacy fence all along here. Maybe at the road. Bill and I will have to talk about that. But I do want to have some really good privacy here. So we'll work to make that happen. These pine trees and cedars will help. But man, look at this pad. This is awesome. This is where our cottage will be. Let's see if I can remember how it's oriented. So we've got the porch. I think the porch is over there. I'm gonna have to look it up. I know I've got windows facing south. That's south. That's west. This is east behind me. Yep. So here we are. This will be the driveway entrance. Planning on having the driveway so it doesn't line up with the neighbor's driveway. We're going to have the driveway start in here and come this way. It'll go straight out here. So parking will be in this area here. And we will put up a fence here. This is just barbed wire for now. But we're going to put up at least goat fence. I'll see what's cheapest, because we're probably not going to have animals over here, but if we're going to put up a fence, I'd like for it to be an option, just not something that will happen that often or for very long. But hey, it'd be nice to have the dog be able to be in here. So this is what it looks like. Good elevation change. They had to raise it up quite a few feet. I think the guys said it was over 6 feet. They had to raise it up. And got about 30 feet from the fence here. It looks great though. I'm really, really happy with it.